Welcome to Off the Clock, and today we'll be talking about social media and why posting for yourself is so much harder than posting for a client or for someone else.
Yup.
You were saying that you were thinking about it this weekend.
Well, I mean, to be fair, it's been like in the back part of my brain forever. I don't know. I feel like I go in phases of like, I really need to get my social media shit together, and then like everything else happens and I get overwhelmed, and then I'm like, well, this is clearly not top priority because it's for myself, so why would it be top priority? And I go through I've planned everything and then unplanned everything probably about 18 times in the last 5 years. A year. Yeah, I just feel like I go in waves, and yeah, like you said, it's so much harder to do for yourself as opposed to like other people, and I feel like that's like a normal, like it's a common theme, and
Yeah.
I don't know. Yeah, it's something.
I was talking to some girls a couple days ago, and I guess they were talking about the same thing, and they were saying how like some of their friends are like social media managers, and they're like they don't even have social media because at this point they're just like posting so much that when it comes to themselves, like I'm over it.
It's exhausting. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't even do like social media management. I had like for a little bit at one point, and I was like, nope, this is not for me. I don't want to add this on as like a service or anything. So I like stopped doing that because it was just, I don't know, something. I'm not good at social media just for like personal. Like I don't post things unless like maybe once a month, and that's generous, honestly.
I feel for personal, it almost feels different because you're like, oh, I want to keep track of this, or like I'm never going to go through I'm not going to go through my Google Photos,
Right.
So this is going to be my
It's
album.
more of like more of like a journal or whatever for like your life, whereas like I don't know,
pass it down
I
to our
feel
children.
like
Give them our Instagram handle.
I'm gonna write that in my will. Here's my Instagram log. Also, please delete all my search history.
Thank you. The good stuff's in the archives.
But yeah, I don't know. It just like something about doing it for yourself as a business just feels so much more daunting. Like
I also find it,
yeah,
and I know like, yeah, I just find it, I'm not like excited about it.
yeah, or like yeah, it feels. I don't know if performative's the right word, but like it just feels kind of, I don't know. I don't like talking about myself, really, to be quite honest. Like, I don't want to feel like braggy. I don't want to feel, I don't know. I don't know what it is. Something about it, I'm just kind of like,
I think that because we can be objective about something else, right? And it's just with this, it's like, it's kind of what we talk about with the branding yourself thing. Like, it's just harder to be objective, even when you can hear it. You can hear the objective. You're just like, yeah, but at this point, you know what? I think I'm going to call it a day and go make dinner, honestly.
and also like, I don't know. I feel like algorithms and everything change so often, especially now that I feel like, I guess like Instagram specifically, but even like TikTok, whatever, like everything's gone so much more video focused.
Yes.
And I really hate hearing myself speak, which is ironic
here we did
considering
this.
what we're doing. However, I don't know, just something about like taking that much time to like record stuff and edit it and then like put it out there, and it to be like, was that really worth it?
No, I think you're right. It does feel performative for me.
Like, yeah.
Because I love seeing everyone else's reels, and I can't possibly think like, for me, it seems so natural. But like when I'm over there, like I don't just anything, like it makes sense. It looks fine. But in the moment, it's just it's in my head, and I know it's just a mindset thing. But I think sometimes I'm too lazy to get out of the mindset. Like I know I can snap out of it, but honestly, I don't.
Yeah.
If I'm fully 100% honest, like I just don't want to.
I think that's my other thing too, is like I know, and I tell my own clients this, that like, yeah, social media and being online and like present and like looking like a legit business is an important aspect, but it's not your whole marketing strategy. Like social media shouldn't be your marketing strategy. So in my head, I'm like, well, I have some things up every once in a while, but like, yeah, I don't know. It's just, I've been fine without it. If that makes sense.
I think that's
so I'm like, oh yeah, I'm fine. Like I'm fine. I don't need it. I don't need to like make this a huge focus. While that's probably true, I could definitely do better.
Yeah, it's kind of where I kind of go back and forth on where, if you've got enough, obviously social media and any more marketing is the long game. And like if you're busy in the daytime, or like, your week is busy and you were going to set it aside and then you didn't, you're kind of like, it's okay because obviously the momentum's going still right now. And so sometimes being like, oh, let me go share my personality. You're like, no, but I don't.
So
yeah, it
hear
doesn't
me
feel
out.
important.
I don't want to, in my normal day to day, unless I have a meeting where I'm going to be on camera, I look like Adam Sandler. Like, I'm not out here like
It's working for him,
dressed. Maybe that's what I should be doing the whole time. Who knows?
Yeah.
But like, I don't know. Like, because it's not just the like making content. I guess especially like video focused, and I should like do better about at least like getting like carousels and crap up. But like, I don't know, like getting ready to like film and like look like a presentable human being, and then having to have like the energy after all of that to be personable and be like on, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know. So, like it's all it's all exhausting, and I'm already tired, as we've discussed. And it's just like, I don't know. And you can like, because I've done like some social media, like I've had like some social media management to like help kind of alleviate some of that at one point, but it was like they can't film, like they can't make the videos for like they can't make the stuff for me. And like, yes, I can like send stuff to like be edited or whatever, but like at the end of the day, I still have to like record the things or make the things. Like they can write the captions, they can edit the video, like, and do all that sort of stuff, but it's like it's still so much of that falls on obviously the person who's making the content, and just
the bank or whatever.
I don't have the time or like the mental, like
it's like the portfolio. That's how I feel about that. And the portfolio page, like right now I just have to put it together, and I need to refresh it because it's been a while, but like
actually that's a really good reminder that I should probably do that.
And like it kind of goes hand in hand. I'm like, okay, when I do the portfolio, then like I can, or like I started doing some carousel stuff and I was like, oh good, I have some mock-ups I can do from the portfolio.
Yeah.
And then stuff happens, and then it's on the back burner again.
That's the thing. Like, everything like that involves me and my business, I feel like always gets put on the back burner, because obviously prioritizing clients and their business is what pays the bills. I don't get paid from like posting things.
Yeah. And like, I think maybe we compare ourselves to people that do sometimes, right?
That's the thing. Like, I feel like everyone now is like, oh, in order to like have clients, to get booked, to get noticed, like you have to be like this big influence. And like, you don't.
I don't think so either. There's people
you really truly don't.
I'll think about like even some like agencies in town and stuff, and they don't really post that much. They'll share a thing, but like their presence, they have a good website.
Right, and I think that's the other thing too, is like I would much rather, like, I don't want to sit there and respond to DMs and things about a potential project. Like, go to my web, like I want people to like look at all of that there, because that's, again, portfolio and like that sort of stuff is much more presentable there, you know what I mean, as opposed to like they can see the whole thing, they can get the whole idea from start to finish of who I am, what I'm about, what I do, my services, like everything's all right there, as opposed to like, I don't know, like, and I understand like the benefit of like splitting that up and having like bite-sized things on social media for like just like a quick grab and go, but like at the end of the day, I don't want to like,
I think that's what, like, a nice balance basically. It'd be cool, like I'd love to have a little bit more content, I'd love to share a little bit more and stuff, but I think like big picture wise, and maybe I'm delusional, you can let me know objectively, I think like overall, like I shouldn't post less, I could post more, but I think I'm in a spot right now where I feel okay. Like, I feel like I have stuff, like, I need to update a lot of it for sure. But, like, kind of like you said, there's some sort of, like, in and out presence that comes and goes. Like, you're not completely dead. There's some life, but there's also a good place for, like, to land on in case they have questions. Yeah. And also just so they know that you're, like, active and that you will answer.
That I'm, like, a legit person. I do exist. I'm not, like a, I don't know, AI or something. Like, I am a real person. And, like, I think it definitely helps. Like, I understand the benefit of, like, using it to show personality and stuff like that. But at the same time, I'm like, what you see is what you get. And sometimes
today's personality, there isn't one.
Yeah, no, sometimes I'm just tired and I don't have one. But yeah, I don't know. Like, because for a while, like when I first started, I was like, oh, I should post, I don't know. Yeah, like I said, I go in like phases. Like I started off doing like posting things and all of that, but like was going about it in the wrong way, I guess. But then like got busy and just like went silent for like
do you have a thing
3
like
years.
I think just based on like seeing how you post this is probably similar to how I do. You get all your ideas, you do them, you schedule them, and you schedule them out to post, you know, on their own because you had, you know, like a good chunk of time that you got to focus on it and you felt inspired out of the blue. But then like I get excited and I think, oh, okay, so I have these 10 pieces. I'll post 3 times a week and I want to do it for the next 4 months. In reality, I could have probably spread them out 1 a week and it would have been just fine.
Yeah.
But now I'm just kind of a low.
And that's the thing, like, I don't know. Because it's like that battle between like consistency for long term or consistency like multiple times. I don't know, because again, I don't understand the algorithms. I don't know how to
I
do
gave up on
like
that part. I'm like, if you find me and there's some stuff on here
yeah.
that can be helpful for sure. I think the algorithm thing, not worried about it. I'm not making my money off of,
Oh yeah, no, no,
right?
no,
Like,
not in
so
any
like
way. But yeah,
whatever.
it's just like consistently
You would still want to
posting.
get your bang for your buck, or whatever, like three
Yeah.
hours you did on the 12-piece
Right.
carousel.
Right.
Because that was supposed to be an hour and just 3 hours
And
later.
now, yeah, now you've spent however much time. Yeah. Well, that's my thing too. Is I mean, Notes app is besties were like this, and so I have like lists and lists and lists of like ideas and things of like, oh, this is really cool. I should do this. I need to make sure that like I highlight this project that I just did, this, that, like all the things. I write them all down, and then writing them down feels like enough in my mind. Where it's like,
I'll do it later for sure.
exactly, like okay, like I've made a list. I'll get back to it, and then 2 months later, and I have not yet returned to that note. As a matter of fact, I can no longer find it.
I
So
have them on
like,
Sheets, my Google Sheets,
nice.
and same thing. I'll go back to it and I was like, huh.
It's like I have all these things of like, yeah, like this could be content, but like it's just again, it's a matter of like I can write down all the ideas, but then like I have to create them. And then
It
I'm
still
like
takes time.
I straight up don't have time for that. Like
Yeah. And it is nice because when I do post, or like when I do post something that I felt good about, because sometimes I just post, and that's just the reality of things. But like when I post something I feel good about, like the response is positive, and I don't mean like oh, good job on your project, but like the response is positive. Like you get people that you wanted to talk to talking to you, or like later, like 2 months later, someone's like, hey, like just so you know, like or you meet someone new and they're like, I've seen your Instagram, like good, and you're like, how?
yeah, like how did this happen?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so it's always good. Like the outcome is good. And that
That's the thing. I genuinely see the benefit of it, and that's the only reason why I'm like still like in the back of my mind, like you should do this,
Yeah.
like it needs to be
It's
done. But
annoying,
I'm
but
also like, again, it's just I think it's just the time it takes is just what is like exhausting and overwhelming, and also I have no space on my phone.
I'd have space now, so I don't have an excuse. But like and I think like most people who like run their own business and stuff, like we will do it. And
Hmm.
it's not that like, yes, we'll complain like we don't like it, or but we'll still do it. It
Right.
often does just come down to time. Like
Right.
there's priorities. Your time is how you prioritize. But like I'm gonna prioritize cutting my day off at 6 versus
Right. And
doing
that's the
social
thing.
media.
That's because I was at the end of the day, I'm like, oh, there's still things like obviously there are always still
Yeah.
things I can do. But like again, going back to that like avoiding burnout, work-life balance, all that good stuff, like I have to just for like my sanity be like, well, that's gonna have to be a later me problem. Like
Yeah.
and it's unfortunate that it always happens to myself, but at the same time, like again, would much rather prioritize projects that like
Someone's waiting on.
exactly like there are deadlines, there are so many other things that like have to take priority over my own stuff.
Yeah. I keep making this thing where like in my planner I'll be like, okay, I'm just gonna post like a story today, just like the quickest, easiest thing, and I'll be going good for like 2 days.
That's the thing. I feel like I should like set like a reminder in my like phone or something, like an alarm or something to be like
And not over. I think stories for me it feels better because I don't have to overthink it. But at the end of the day, like if it's to bring kind of like awareness that something like a business exists, stories are, I feel like, just as effective, if not more effective, than a feed post anyway.
yeah,
So like if it just takes 10 minutes
yeah,
to just be like, hi guys,
I'm alive.
yeah, if
Here
you need
I
anything,
am.
come find me.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, I
remember
don't know.
that.
Like again, it's just the like like I schedule things, but then I'm also like, well, okay, I've scheduled, a week or 2 weeks or whatever, and then I'm like, okay, I'm good for a while, and then I'm like, shoot, that was my last post, and I have nothing else.
It's
Like,
3 weeks later.
yeah, exactly. And so I'm just like scheduling helps because like I don't have to like overthink it. Like I put it up, scheduling my email, scheduling
Yeah.
things is again, we're also
The
besties.
best thing.
The scheduling like buttons are my favorite because then yeah, it's up. It is what it is.
You can't overthink it. That's the
Uh-huh.
biggest thing. I'm not overthinking it because of post. I'm like, what's all this flutter on
like
my
oh
feed?
yeah, that went up. Cool.
That was me.
yeah, but like yeah, then I'm like, oh okay. So in my mind, everything's scheduled. In reality, it's like no. You scheduled like 4 posts, and you got to keep doing that.
Would you ever outsource it? Or like, I guess, how does, like you
Like-
said, you can't really.
No, and that's the thing. Like,
You can't really.
no, yeah. Because especially, like, I don't know, I feel like for designers specifically, like, it's so heavily like visual. So
And
like
your style, like you can't have someone mimic your style.
and I am a slight control freak. Spoiler alert, in case you didn't know.
Would you ever outsource it?
Oh,
What would that even look
outsource.
like?
Yeah, and that's the thing. Like, it is helpful, like, to have someone be like, I don't know, scheduling stuff for you and like, or not, like, not even necessarily that, but like to like
Prompt almost.
that's the, I don't know, like, yeah, because I was thinking, I was like, I don't know what would be most helpful. I just need someone to be like, hey, do this.
Yeah. Or like when I set aside the time for it, like it's nice. But the problem is usually projects will fall behind and you're like, nice, I have this 2 hour block at my disposal
Mm.
instead of treating it like this is not at disposal because like you said, like I can technically get by without it for a little bit.
Right.
And that 2 hour block is just, yeah, I can schedule it twice a month all I want.
Right,
It keeps
yeah.
disappearing into the abyss of projects.
Yeah. 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 Because again, like, I think like so much of it is like,
Kind of
like again it still like relies on you giving the content to someone to like do with that what
at that
they
point.
will, and then I'm like, well, at that point, like, captions aren't hard to write.
Because you know what this was about.
Right, and that's the other thing too, is like so much of the things that we do is like, okay, I know like the strategy behind, the design, or like what all went into this project, and like, and maybe it's just me being bad at delegating things, but I'm like, okay, well, if I'm already like writing that out to tell someone else, like I might as well just like quickly write it myself, because then I don't have to like, I don't know,
Double check
like
it,
I understand
it.
the benefit, and like I do think it helps businesses that aren't necessarily like,
I get like if you're at an ice cream shop or something, I can see how that would work great.
right, yeah. No, and I think that's fantastic. Like I think social media managers are wonderful, and I think they have their place. I think it's a combination between just me being too like micromanagey for my own stuff, and like just it being so much visual, like, and relying on me
interpreting it
yeah
the same way. Yeah, I had outsourced or tried to outsource it for a little bit, and it was for like portfolio projects, and I got it back, and the person did a good job, but it felt so off. I couldn't use it. I was like, this doesn't feel right. Like some of it, I kind of like reformatted and stuff, but at the same time, I was like, yeah, it's just different.
And the other thing too, like, it's
Maybe
more so
nobody
like
will notice.
I feel bad like having someone else do it, because I'm like, I know I'm not getting you what you need, and like I know that obviously is like screwing with your timelines and all that sort of stuff. So I'm like, you know what? Let me just make it easier on everybody and just not.
Don't worry
like,
about it.
It's fine. I'm not worried about it. You don't worry about it. Like, we're good. So yeah, I think it's more of that I was like, okay, like I just genuinely don't have the time to like do the content that they need to get things up, to get do what they need to do. And so it's just like, yeah, like I'm not I'm not worried about it, because I don't have to be, because I have other things that I need to focus on. Like, I don't know.
What do you like creating best? Like video content, carousel content, informational things? I think I like me a carousel.
I do enjoy carousels, and I think they're fun. I just think that, I don't know, to me carousels I feel like can get redundant.
They do, and they're very time consuming.
Yeah, like,
Next thing you know, it's
I mean,
like
to
a
be
whole
fair, everything's time consuming, and I think that's the issue that we're
Yeah.
running into, is that just like everything takes time, which is fine,
It's all the little details.
especially if you like want to like make sure like what you're putting out like
reflects
what you do. Like, I'm gonna say something, I'm gonna say it with my chest, like like I'm gonna stand behind what I'm posting. I'm not just gonna be here to like throw things up just to like throw things up to have content. Like, I want to have intentionality.
Yeah, I think that's
Is that a word?
I think so.
I want to have that behind everything that I do. Like, I don't want to just be like, it is what it is. So, but then I'm like, then I care too much, and then I just am in a constant spiral of,
It is a spiral.
I don't know.
But
Yeah, like, I guess, I don't know. I feel like I really like doing like video that's like behind the scenes, kind of like,
I love those that you do.
that are just like,
kind of B-roll.
yeah, or like a work with me, or like a like
I love
just
watching
things that like
those.
this already is happening. It's just a matter of
Put
I
it
don't
up.
always remember to do that, and I should do better about. And again, it's more of like I think if I would do it consistently, I would remember,
And it would
and it would just be like kind of a
click in
second
easier.
nature. Like, oh, I'm doing this really cool project that I'm really excited about. Let me set this up over here and just have it like going while then I don't even really have to think about it. I think that helps also, like, that I'm not overthinking things. So yeah, I think that's probably my favorite, and I think that's seems to be something that, yeah, like, it's whether you're a designer or you just like want to see the start to finish, like I feel like that at least kind of helps tell a like cohesive story that like is engaging and interesting, but also like gives people the chance to like see what you do and how, you know, what goes into
What kind of drink you're
something.
drinking?
Yeah.
Why do you have Celsius and a seltzer?
Why do you need 8 drinks? And to answer your question, I have no idea. Let me live my
seeing
life.
Well, I guess that proves the point. I love seeing like, oh, you got that new flavor.
Yeah. Like, what you drinking? What you got over there?
Yeah, I love seeing that.
What snacks you got?
Yeah. So it is fun. And like, yeah, you're showing how you're working, but I guess it's silliest thing, I guess, could show a personality thing.
Yeah.
Which I always forget.
Yeah. Yeah. And that's the thing. Again, like, I think it's just I overthink it. And I'm like, especially now, I feel like relatable, like having relatable content is more so than like, I don't know, I feel like social media, especially like Instagram, like 10 years ago was like, you have to be perfect blog girly in order to like even have something worth posting. And now I'm like, eh.
Yeah, and I think I'm still stuck in that a little bit sometimes.
Yeah, and I think that's the thing. I'm like,
because it's my business page.
Right.
Yeah.
It feels too official. But
I
then
need
I
to tell
remember
them
that
about
there
my
are businesses out there like Wendy's who are just tweeting whatever they want to
wanna be
tweet and calling it
Dunkin'.
a day. I want to be honestly for a multitude of reasons. I would like to be Dunkin'.
Peter, I loved him.
I forgot about the little spider.
It's about time he's gonna come back.
But like, yeah, like I don't know. Wendy's is also a giant corporation. I'm not comparing myself. Me and Wendy are not the same. However, like I could stand to not take myself so seriously sometimes.
I don't know if I know how to do that.
Oh no, and that's what I could stand to do it. I'm not telling you I'm going to because I have no idea how to.
I mean, I can maybe in conversation, but there's something about setting it up to not take myself seriously.
Yeah.
Like, now we're done. It's already up, and there's that little weird bit.
Yeah, there's like the weird bit of, or it's like even with like recording things, it's like okay, like if I know that I'm gonna have to like cut a bunch of stuff or you know do something like then let me just start over. Oh, I didn't say that right. Let me start over. And it's just like I really should just suck it up and talk.
Make it
and
regular.
Just it is what it is. Like because at the end of the day, like as long as you get your main points across, I don't have to be so eloquent when I speak.
So if you don't want to talk about this part, you don't have to. We can cut it out. But when you make your book talk videos, they're so good.
See, that's also something that has fallen off the face of the earth.
I've still not installed it, so I don't know what's happening over there. There's too many conspiracy theories for me, so we need to leave that platform altogether.
Okay.
I've been good.
Yeah, no, I haven't posted in like almost a year.
I just assumed at this point you're getting book deals.
God, I wish that would be no. Yeah, no, and that's the thing. Like, yeah.
Did you find it easier?
Absolutely.
Right?
Absolutely. Like, I mean, you still have it, like, obviously still takes time, but like, that was so much more fun than like doing it for myself. And then I think that's when I was like, if I'm going to take the time to, and that's kind of why I stopped, because I was like, if I'm going to take the time to record stuff, I should probably do it for my business. And then I clearly didn't do that either.
Well, that's a bummer.
Yeah, I should get back into it because it was a lot of fun. And like,
they seem like
I don't know,
all the time.
Social media. When you're like with a community, I don't know, something about the community of, maybe it's just TikTok as a platform. Maybe I should just get on TikTok for business and say, screw you, Instagram. But like,
maybe
it feels a lot less serious over there. And I think that was part of it.
But they still look professional.
I don't know about that, but
yeah.
That's the other thing too. I'm like, I can talk about books all day.
But you can talk about what you do
I could also talk about my business. Like
We're talking now.
I could truly no, and that's the thing. Like I could, yes, like absolutely. I don't know. Yeah, it genuinely. I don't know if it's the platform.
Weird thing.
I don't know if it's just like because it's not so serious. Like,
do you think it has anything to do with too? Like, if I would post something on TikTok, like that's about it. And like I don't know anybody there, you know. Versus Instagram, I feel like I've made little communities just from
like I can't say I care too much one way or another. Like
I don't think it changes anything, but it's almost like I don't know. It feels less. What's the word for it? Like I can't think of the word for it. Not less lost, but like nothing to lose. You know what I'm talking about? Like more throwaway. It's fine. It's whatever. Like I guess what you said. It's just for fun.
And that's like it's just for fun, so I don't have to like.
Maybe that's my fear. It's just therapy.
Your fear of fun, is that what?
Maybe it's my fear of fun. No, that's not where I was going. I remember where I was going. It's my fear of like, especially being new into like having a business, which I can't even say it with a straight face. So there's a problem.
No, I can't, and I've been here for 5 years, so I don't know.
Having running my own business. That's Say it good.
I really hate telling people I'm a business owner. Or they're like, what do you do? And I'm like,
I feel like my
I'm
name
a
should be Rick.
freelancer. And they're like, so what does that mean? And it's like, I work for myself. They're like, oh, so you like have a business? I was like, I mean, I guess so.
If you want to call it that.
If we're gonna call it that, I don't know.
Pay taxes? Your grandma.
No,
She was concerned. So for context, Megan's grandma decided that she doesn't pay taxes, or maybe she forgot to. I don't think she decided you didn't.
No, she pulled me aside and said, do you have an accountant? And I said, well, my husband has an accounting degree. She's like, well, do you pay your taxes? And I was like,
darn it.
Sure do.
Forgot.
I still have to do that.
I can get you out of those.
She was just making sure that I was paying my taxes. So yes, I have successfully been an adult not committing fraud for, I don't know, like 10 years now.
Oh, that's a better run than some people.
Well, fair. Some of them are adults and still aren't. So.
Yeah.
Anyways.
We pay those.
Thank you for coming to Grandma Corner. That should be its whole other podcast that we could unpack a whole lot of things.
We could unpack grandmas. I talked to mine yesterday.
Nice.
She forgot everything she told me the time before, but that's okay.
Oh, well.
She's lovely. But that's what I was saying was that, like, I think, all this time you're trying to prove to people you're doing the thing.
Yeah.
And then you go post like a silly goosey video. Heaven forbid people see if you have personality outside of, arranging letters.
Yeah. And that's the like, I wanna be professional, but also I'm just a girl.
I can't make up my mind, so I'm just gonna stick to that one.
Yeah.
Because that one I feel like I can censor myself in more of a structured way versus I don't know how far off the rails this one's gonna go. So maybe let's just not do it at all.
Yeah. Yeah. It feels like there is like a fine line of like being personable, like more, showing personality, like having something outside of like.
But I love it when they're crazy. Not crazy, Like there's a contractor locally that I work with, and he just threw his saw out, out into the field. And you're like, I know he's professional. I know he's not throwing saws at people, obviously, but it was a good video.
Yeah, it's just like it has to feel like
that was enough.
Okay.
Case in point.
Yeah, it's just like I don't know. Yeah, it feels like okay. Well, if I'm not like super serious business, like I don't know. Maybe that's just another like imposter syndrome thing. Is like I want to feel like I'm being taken seriously. Like I know what I'm doing, and I want to prove to you that I know what I'm doing.
Next time you tell me you're going to throw your laptop in the trash, I want you to film it. That dumpster nearby. I want to see it.
See, here's the thing. I threaten a lot of things. I don't want to have to buy a new MacBook.
No, that's true. I have an old one.
I do too, actually. That might be therapeutic.
You can start a bonfire.
Okay. I was thinking like take it to a rage room or something.
Oh.
Those do exist safely. Maybe we shouldn't catch electronics on fire.
No,
that feels
not.
like
that's
an environmental protection hazard.
Speaking of fraud, yeah, let's not do that.
What?
Fire fraud. No. Just I had no ideas. Nope.
Fire fraud.
No, all about fire fraud.
Man, okay.
All right, but speaking of content and not fraud,
you can't just ease back into it like that.
Easing back in. So, do you create the content buckets for yourself, or do you just go by what's gonna be inspiring out, even for your notes? Do you think of it in that type of a way, or try to balance it?
I want to say yes. But honestly,
I know
I know kind of the points that I want to make sure that clearly speaking very eloquently right now. Yeah, I have ideas of being selling stuff, selling what you do, but and being educational and those kind of things, but they also just feel so vague and overlap all the time.
Every time I do it, I'm like, I know there's 1,700 other people that did the same post with their graphics, but does that matter?
No, because I think depending on what you post,
they're not over there; they're right here.
Yeah.
So I think that's okay.
Yeah, and that's I understand. Again, I understand the meaningfulness behind having a strategy and having all that sort of stuff. Because I will say, when I was first oh, I should be on social media, I should start posting things. I was posting more of what I was seeing of as a designer, obviously being targeted by people who are targeting designers specifically.
Yeah, that does happen.
So it's I was posting things fonts that I love, color palettes that I love, things like that, where it's that's super helpful for I don't know, I feel a lot of who I was following and still do, because I think it's helpful and can get your creative juices flowing, is people who are I'm a coach for designers, or I'm a strategist for, whatever. People like that. So it's okay, well, I see that's what they're posting. That's what I see all the time because that's who I follow. but that's not my target audience. Like, I'm not wanting to speak to, like, my clients aren't
Yeah.
designers. Like, they're not, and, some maybe, but it's like, okay, so I need to, like, change how I'm thinking about, like, what I'm posting and make it helpful
For someone who doesn't know this whole
exactly
industry.
for someone
Yeah.
who's like not in the design space, who doesn't know the jargon, who just like. And so then I was like, well, okay, so like then obviously that's more so like posting work and posting behind the scenes stuff and like doing like the, hey, here's what
Why we do this,
here's what it looks like to have strategy, to have a website that works well, and like what works well, what doesn't, and like speaking to
Them
the
instead.
right people instead of just being like, oh, this is what I would want to see, this is what I'm seeing all the time. Because like I think a lot of those, like, it was much more things of like to get interaction, to like get
Which
what
still helps.
which does
Yeah.
help to an extent, but it's also like, okay, but this is also like a bunch of people who don't necessarily like, or who aren't interested in like my actual services, which is like, okay, at the end of the, then what's
They have them too.
right, then like what's the, almost like not what's the point, but like what's the, like,
It's like a hairdresser teaching someone how to do good highlights versus showing what she can do for your hair.
right, yeah.
And I think it's hard not to do that because then you do still get excited about some fonts you want to share.
Right, and that's the thing too, and like I want to like continue to do stuff like that, but like at some point it was like, okay, well I have to like
As a overall general.
like there's a time and place for that, of like, hey, here are just some pretty things are nice to look at, don't you agree?
We can scatter
And
them
then
in.
but then it's also like, okay, well, like you have to like, I don't know, tell people what you do and how you improve their lives, and I
You
don't
would
know,
bring to the table.
I don't know if that's what I do. However,
In your case, you could build a table as well.
Harper would break the legs off of it.
I need to like.
Do you do like buckets and stuff?
So in my Google spreadsheet that I do not use, I have my list of things, and then I have my like little like topic types. So like it'll be like educational, it'll be personality, it'll be like not portfolio, the other word for it, whatever thesaurus word want to use synonym, and then like so it's educational, behind the scenes, and then like process, I guess. So like kind of, and then I'll like pick which one it is, and then I'll do like, oh, this will be a reel, this will be a post. I have also so many ideas on there.
Yeah.
If my clone could do it, that'd be great.
That's the other thing too. Can science hurry up on this clone thing?
They could. Okay.
I don't necessarily want another one of me full time. Maybe just
No.
like part time.
Yeah, just little.
That'd be nice.
They say Ozzy has his DNA in a vial for later, so we can clone him. But that's
I
a
thought you got
tangent
off
for
TikTok.
later.
I thought you got off
That
TikTok.
was not
to
even on
avoid the
TikTok. That was
conspiracy theories.
in the news.
Oh,
Maybe I should check my sources.
I try to avoid that too at this point.
Yeah, that's true.
true.
We need to check today. There's a few questions I had.
I am
about things
simply
today.
just flying by the seat of my pants, in life and otherwise. But
It's like they're Aladdin, a whole new world on his carpet. It worked great. He ended up in a great spot.
good for him. He's now a prince of whatever,
That's what I'm waiting for.
right?
Do you use a planner for like posting, scheduling?
Like a physical planner?
No.
Okay, I was like,
Help.
like a scheduler?
Yes.
Okay.
I knew what I would say.
Yeah, I've used a few over the years, but honestly, I just find that like since you can schedule stuff ahead of time on Instagram,
Oh, you don't have to have a Facebook for yours.
it's connected too. So like once if it posts on one, it posts on both.
from the Instagram?
Mhm.
From the Instagram? From the Facebook? I didn't know that.
Yeah. So like once you have like your Facebook connected or whatever, like you can just schedule like, or you can just say like all posts go to.
That
both.
bothers me though because I can't see it on my calendar. So I'll use the Meta, the Meta one,
business.
the one in there, yeah. And I like it because I can kind of see where they're at, and I can be like, oh, this feels staggered. But versus on Instagram, it's just numbers, and then I have to go put it on the calendar so I can kind of see.
Yeah, I will say, yeah, it's probably not ideal, but I find like the nice thing, because like I've switched over to like when I did do things, switched over to using like their edits app or whatever, because like it's just
Do you like it?
it's comparable, same to was it CapCut or whatever. I mean, it is what it is. I can't say I do like super fancy things on either one, so like I don't really need anything other than just like a basic edit. I feel like they do comparable things, so I'm just like, well, if it's already like integrated, like, and so then it just like automatically like uploads it to Instagram so you can schedule it. Like there are obviously issues with scheduling on Instagram, like you can't like uncancel it and like redo and all that sort of stuff. Like there are some hiccups that I'm like, it's kind of a pain, but at the end of the day, it's just one less thing that I have to have downloaded on like my phone and
That's true.
another account and all that sort of stuff. I will say I used Planoly initially when it was like free.
$14.99 or something.
Yeah,
right?
now, and that's the thing. I'm like, if I'm not going to be doing something, like if I'm not going to be consistent with it, I don't need another subscription that like I'm just not going to use.
Yeah.
So I hadn't used Planoly when it was free, and then I had like ghosted my social
I
media.
think you had told me about that one. I had also used that.
And
for
it
a
was
while.
really nice. And then yeah, I came back to like, oh, I should post again 3 years later, and they were like, just kidding, it's a subscription now. I'm like, okay, well then no. I've used Metricool, I think is what it's called, and that one's nice. Like it does a similar thing. Like they're all kind of similar enough that it's like I don't necessarily know the difference between them, but I will say it was nice. Like it would highlight like based on your audience and what platform you're posting on and stuff, like here are good times to post and things like that. So like it helps with like that. Does it?
Yeah.
And that's the thing I haven't used, and that's another one I've never looked into. I've just never like really
It won't
gone
always
into
sync my videos though. I noticed the sync going off, and when you spend a terribly long amount of time trying to get the little
Yeah.
to sync, and it unsyncs it, and you're like,
I will say for like video editing and stuff, like the Instagram edits, like where you can like sync things with like beats and all, like that is very helpful. Like
does it for you a little bit?
It can, yeah. I will say, yeah, it's pretty easy, pretty into it. Also, like, I mean, I have video editing background. Like I've done, like I do that too. So it's like I could do something more professional if I wanted to, but at the end of the day, I'm just like, I just need to get something up.
Because when I remember you had said that your internship was like social media, right?
Yeah. So my internship I did a social media management internship with one of the Smithsonian's, and that was a lot of fun. And like I learned a lot. I also learned that I don't think that this is something that I necessarily want to like do, which
Was good in it.
yeah, which was helpful. But yeah, so like I don't even remember what. I think it was Hootsuite is what I used
Oh, I've heard of
with
that,
them.
yeah.
And I used that for another client that I used to like do social media stuff for. And I think it's fun. Again, they're all so similar that it's like I don't know enough, and I haven't done enough research, and like I can't
Like a lot of video editing apps on the phone are kind of comparable,
Oh, so Hootsuite is a scheduler.
but like in the same way.
But yeah. I mean, yeah, that's the thing. Like, no one's reinventing the wheel when it comes to like scheduling posts or editing videos, or like there's some that like are better for one thing over another maybe. But when it comes down to like editing videos for Instagram, TikTok, whatever, like I can say I've found one that's like blown my mind. You know what I mean?
It takes
like,
just so much off the plate.
that if I could find an app that will record my videos for me and I don't have to be present, that would be fantastic. However, I don't think that's going to happen anytime soon. So it's just like, yeah, I don't know. So yeah, I've used a handful of different things over the years of doing things both for myself and for clients and businesses and stuff like that. But like at the end of the day, it doesn't necessarily matter for me personally. You know what I mean? Like I think that they could benefit businesses depending on what they want to look at, what analytics they want access to, like that side of things. I think some platforms can be more beneficial than others, but like really when it comes down to it, for me personally, I'm like, if I show up every once in a while, I'm just happy to be here is kind of the vibe that I'm giving off.
I keep seeing this thing like to constantly do B-roll. The amount of B-roll footage I have is a lot, but I can't say like when it comes down to like in the idea, I haven't gotten to the point where I can make a good enough type. I don't know if word good enough is right. I can't reuse it in the way that I think I do, because when I get a certain idea for what I want to post, spur of the moment, a lot of times my B-roll is not relevant. Or maybe also I'm overthinking it.
I think you might be.
Yeah,
I think
this must be a trend.
Who would have thought? Trying to think of how to word that. Like it could just be like anything, like, especially for like just kind of little short clips and stuff. Like having something to just like continue to keep like attention as like you flip through.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like even just like
a starter.
Yeah, or like overlay like things as you're talking. Like
I think
I think it helps not feel like you just have to do like a talking head video or something. You know what I mean? Like you could do like at least having it. I think is always helpful.
It's there.
They exist.
I like you're saying it, and I'm hearing it, and I'm like, yeah, instead of just doing a video where I'm not, like I said, just don't overthink it. You can say something without having to say something, you know? It
You don't
doesn't
have to
be
make a
so deep.
proclamation.
It doesn't have to be like as deep always.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that's what I'm learning at this point is maybe
No.
I shouldn't take
Nobody's
take it seriously in the fact that like be consistent, but don't take it seriously enough that like I don't know because if
no
it
one's on there
hinders.
for like super serious stuff. No
No.
one's scrolling through Instagram
No
going
one's
like,
scrolling looking for the next best. I don't even know what next best I could provide.
yeah, they're just there to be mildly entertained, and if you
Yeah,
it
that's the
makes
thing.
you
That's
think
the
of
thing. Social media is a form of entertainment,
yeah.
and I think it, in a way, has become another like search engine. But like, at the end of the day, no one's there taking what you say as gospel,
Yeah.
or at least you shouldn't be.
It's
Some
just-
people do, however.
It's just there to get them acquainted with you so they can get on the call with you and then you can give them the good stuff.
Yeah. Did we just talk ourselves out of our spiral?
I think
I think we've solved
come
it.
into this.
I think we fixed all of our problems. We're cured. Catch us on social media now. I'm just kidding. Please
We'll
don't.
see. We'll see about that. But like
I say that now I'm going to have really good intentions and then I will be non-existent for the next 3 months. So
I mean Christmas is coming and all that stuff. So that
that's
tends
the
to
other
get
thing,
hard.
too. I feel like when I get busy, I mean, just in general, like
That end of year.
end of year or even like vacations. I don't know. I don't do good about planning around stuff that like, because I don't want to film in front of people. Like there should be no one in my house when I have to film things that I have to speak. I don't know.
I can't like if someone's
Even my
downstairs
dog's
doing
staring
something,
at me. I'm like, please don't look at me while I'm doing this right now. Thank you. I don't know. Yeah. So it's like, especially like when that comes up, like vacations, like I'm not going to be like posting things and then, oh my gosh, I have to have, a month's worth of content ready to go. And then I'm like, well, I can't do that. I don't physically have enough time to do that. And then I'm like, well, okay, bye.
See you in January.
I'll maybe come back to this next year. But yeah. And maybe it's just I need to be okay with taking breaks. I mean, I clearly am because I'm not like,
But like just in your mind, not be so
Yeah.
hard on yourself. I think we're coming down to that on most conversations we've been having right
of
here.
like, maybe we should give ourselves a little bit of a break.
Yeah. Like it's good to have consistency, but if you're giving it your best at the moment, like at some point,
Yeah.
balance isn't super real. I want to say like you can't, it's a myth in my opinion. Oh, like the whole work-life balance, it's not really balanced.
No.
Something's going to be giving, so it's
Yeah.
not really a balance. I think the word that bothers me.
I think as long as you're trying. As long as you're trying your hardest.
And you're adapting as needed and reassessing and
Yeah.
seeing how things work for you. That's really how it goes. So what is one thing you're going to do differently moving forward? Or are we?
See, I could say that I'm going to do something different unless my schedule magically lightens up.
Just going to keep on doing
I'm just
what
going
we
to,
can.
do my best. And I think, I don't know, it feels like from like just being in a creator space.
Just put so much pressure on it.
Yeah. And like, I think it's something everyone struggles, like designers, freelancers, whatever, like everyone struggles with putting their stuff first. That like, I don't know that if anyone's ever figured it out, like, please let me know, like, give me your advice. But yeah, like, I genuinely don't know unless I can clone myself. Like, I don't know how to improve unless I like, maybe the thing that I'll do is like just start like scheduling it in. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
I think like I've said, like I think being consistent will help make it easier, or like at least like something that's like, oh, okay, it's Monday. Every Monday I spend an hour scheduling things, or whatever. I think maybe implementing things like that into my like day to day, so it becomes a habit.
Yeah.
Because I think that's
So
the
you
thing.
don't
Like,
overthink it.
yeah,
It's just a thing you do.
it's just a habit, and that's, I mean,
Sending out invoices.
yeah, do
Send
like
stuff
like
out.
everything out, like every other admin task. Yeah, maybe that's what maybe I should start treating it like an admin task to like try to gain that consistency of like doing stuff, having stuff, like working on that. So I don't know, check back in. We'll see if that actually goes to plan, because I'm skeptical, but I don't know. Maybe I just need to be more structured with it, like I am all of the other things, and
Yeah.
maybe it would come more naturally or be easier. Or I don't know. That might be a good thing to at least give it a
Yeah.
shot and see what happens.
I think like scheduling out for me probably would be the same, but scheduling out, but also not, like you said, not overthinking it so much, just kind of letting it be natural, free, whatever. And I think what I always forget is if I actually do hate it, I can always archive it.
That's
We
true.
can pretend nothing ever happened to
We
it.
can act like that didn't exist.
Yeah, and so like I don't know why I act like it's, yes, the internet is forever. It is. But like,
It is, yeah,
don't
but
do
at
dumb
the same
things.
time, like,
It's not that serious when it
yeah,
comes to
no
this
one's gonna
stuff.
go looking for like an old video of yours and dig
No.
through pages upon pages upon pages of Google search it. Like, unless someone really wants to find that video,
Well, then we have another problem anyway.
then we're filing a restraining order.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, that's a really good point of like if you hate it or if you don't like it down the road, you can always just archive it
Yeah.
and call it a day.
If it's not quality enough, like
right.
it's fine.
I mean, yeah, I archived literally everything that I posted before I rebranded because I was like, this no longer serves the same, like, this no longer serves the same thing. Like, so
It's a bummer when that happens though too, because you're like, I like put all the information in there and like it was a useful post, but now it's completely like it just doesn't work right.
Yeah.
here.
Yeah.
But it is what it is. Things change and move on.
Yeah.
And no one's really scrolling down to the very bottom going,
Yeah, that's the thing. I don't think I've ever gone like out of my way to be like, what was the very first thing that this person posted?
Yeah.
Like, I need to see it. Like, they're going to see what's relevant and they're going to see what you posted most recently to an extent. I mean, I think that's changed a little bit too, but like, yeah, no one's going to go back and be like, where did that, like, let me see like the thing that they first posted and oh my gosh, it sucks, like, and if they do, then that's
They're
on
not
them.
very
And
nice people.
they might not want happiness. I don't know. But yeah,
you
I
don't want
don't
to be their friend anyway.
yeah. I think at the end of the day, I just need to, get over myself a little bit and just hit the publish button and
It's a social
and
platform.
call it a day. Like, I don't need to overthink every single thing that
It's
I
not a
do.
networking event. It's just a social platform.
It's not that serious. It's really not.
Neither are we, so not that serious.
It's not that serious, and it's not. And for what? But
Yeah.
I don't know. Check back in, and we'll see if we actually get around to it, or if we're just gonna keep doing what we're doing, which is not a whole lot.